speaker, Mashudu Mbhele, and she is in the business of transforming and empowering, raising consciousness of people. She was born and raised in Sweden. She has over 20 years mining industry experience. She has participated in a lot of development programs, and they are part of shaping the person she is now. And Matthew has a strong conviction that coaching in her life is a purpose. Like, she thinks it's the purpose of her life. That's wonderful. And she wants to add value and make difference in the world by leading people in an inspirational way. She believes in empowering individuals to shift how they think in order to show up more intentionally and achieve the desired results. She has experience in coaching, and she's a practitioner. She's currently doing a lot of coaching things. She's a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner. She's a negative emotional therapy practitioner and member of international coaches and member of coaches and mentors of South Africa. So now I welcome Mashudu Mbhele. I hand it over to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for this platform. I'm so excited to be here. As my introduction has been mentioned, I am transformation coach Mashudu Mbhele. I'm also a negative emotional therapy practitioner. And today what I felt like I need to talk about is strategy and self-awareness. And it's quite key. When one thinks of a company, I'm not sure how many of you who are here who are running companies or who are those who want to open their own companies in future. And before one opens a company, you need to look at your strategy, you need to look at your vision, you need to look at your mission and your tactics. And at times we fall short on looking for that into ourselves. The question is, in terms of your life, before you even open that company, or maybe you're just someone who's working, it also applies to someone who's working or to any area of your life. In terms of your strategy, do you have a strategy for your life? Have you ever asked yourself, do I have a strategy for my life? Do I have a vision for my life? Or do I have a mission? And how will I manage this life when it comes up with all the challenges, and how am I gonna grow? So my talk is about linking strategy and self-awareness and bring it back to you guys to look at your life holistically, like a company, like your life is like a career as well. Because if you don't have a vision or a strategy or a mission for yourself, you're gonna let things take over. With a company, one has to have that strategy. You need to tell yourself where you're going, where are you heading, long-term and short-term. And with that, you can develop a goal plan. And if you're unable to do that, you can find a coach to assist you to take you on that path. So you'll have that strategy. And within that strategy, you need to define what is your mission, what is it about you that you want to add. When people think about your name, let's say they think about Jane, what is it that people, when they think about you? And then you also look at your values. Because normally when someone is running a company or they are joining a company, say employees, most of the time, if they have values of the company and they don't meet each other, there's going to be so much conflict. So yourself, what are your values? And we've got what we call conscious and subconscious values. And conscious, when you do the exercise, most of the time you realize those two are matched. You might write down and say, these are my values or that I live by. And when you start doing the exercise for subconscious, you realize they are far apart. And myself as a coach, I assist with that to make sure that you are aligned. So you look at your values. Are you living your values? And if they are contradicting, you really need to do something. And in terms of your life, are your values based on what your soul is saying? And then from there, you'll also look at the tactics of how you're going to run this company. What from your strategy that you will have said, I've got a 5 to 10 year plan. In this 10-year plan, what are you going to do? Or 20-year plan? What skills are you going to try to learn? Because as you go, because as human beings, we need to be growing, because if you're not learning something daily, you're dying. So in this plan that you have, could be 10 to 20 years, what are the skills that you need to develop throughout? So you'll have strategies in terms of that and have things in place. And through your roadmap, that is that project plan that you have, you'll be able to say these are the skills that you want to have. And you also do what we call your risk assessment in terms of those strategies. And with your company, you also do what we call a SWOT analysis, which is your strength, your weaknesses, your opportunities. And yes, and then from there, you'll be able to see what are the things that you need to work on, what are your blind spots. And this you can't do alone. It's quite important that you do it with other people. That's why I was including self-awareness. And you can do that when you do a 360 degree of yourself. And you cannot, that's the 360 degree. You can do it using the people that are surrounding you. Because as human beings, we are meant to connect. We're not an island. And you're able to realize all these things when you ask for help, when other people are telling you. So throughout this plan, what will you be doing so that you can improve? And what are the things that you'll be using so that you can improve as well? And one of the things that you can do in terms of self-awareness is to look at your life on a daily basis. When you wake up in the morning, manage that, listen to the thoughts, be aware of the thoughts that you're thinking daily. Are those thoughts helping you to achieve that mission, that vision that you have set in for your life? The way you live your life, is it according to your values? Is it congruent with what you're doing? So you could ask few questions on a daily basis. It's ask yourself, who am I in this world? And then the other one is, each time you're thinking, what am I thinking about? And another thing to be aware is, when you're by yourself, what are you feeling when you're thinking about that? And in life, what do you want? What do you desire in life? And this comes back to your goals and having your end vision and your strategy. And you also look at your life and you ask yourself, why am I getting in the way? What is getting in the way? And what do you need to do differently? Those are the things that you really need to look at all the time. And in terms of self-awareness, again, in strategies, to have that strategy as well in the morning of how you master your day, how you master your life. Because we are outdated with technology, with computing our time. Time is a commodity at the moment. And each time when you wake up in the morning, it's an opportunity to say you need to make a difference. And God says, you are here, you have this breath, use it. So are you using your breath, your life to add purpose? And whilst you're doing that strategy, there's opportunity to find out what is your purpose. Because most times they are not living your purpose. Ask yourself, do you know your purpose? If you don't, find out what is your purpose. Find out what is that thing when you wake up. Even if you just slept for an hour, you'll be able to wake up and do it without worry and with excitement, that thing that brings you joy. And when you do that, you'll be so amazed of how fulfilling life is. And you'll be so amazed what value you're adding. And you might be saying, I'm working now and I'm not ready. I don't know how to live my purpose. My purpose means I need to leave work. Look in that opportunity where you are in terms of your work, because wherever you are, it's not by chance. There's something that you need to learn deep so that you can apply it wherever you are. So you might be in a bad situation. The question is, what is that situation showing you? Because with every trials and tribulations that we're going through, there's a diamond within that message and will always continue going through. So be aware of your thoughts, be aware of how you spend your time, be aware of what you're doing, and also be aware of how you're developing yourself. And be aware, like as I said, with technology of what is happening. And if you listen into your gut, into your instinct, you'll be able to have answers to most of the questions that I've asked as well. That is when you learn to be mindful and be still and be in the moment. And that is something I'll urge you to do if you're not doing. Have a morning routine of how you manage yourself, how you strategize yourself. Yeah, so that was my share. So basically, look at the strategy of your life, where you want to be and how are you going to do that? What help do you need? What assistance you need to do? What are the things you need to start doing, stop doing, and continue in your life? And you are the one who's got answers to all those questions. But you need to start reflecting. And when you don't know what to do, just start writing. Another way of trying to understand the busyness within your mind is to journal. I heard other speakers earlier, they spoke about journaling your identity. So tie up what has been said throughout with other discussions and what the message that I've said, and also put those things together. So look at yourself and where you want to be and how you ground yourself. So thank you so much. That is what I wanted to share.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful listening to you. The way you talked about setting a goal and having a plan towards it. Everything was wonderful. It's been a great inspiration. Thank you so much for joining us today. And now